What's up, gangster? What's up on that shit you and Dom was right? Money?
Right in my motherfucking safe, G.
You hear that shit? Run that shit, you know what I'm saying?
Still in the game, still in the flame. Everybody know my name and what I bang. Time to put it down for the street soldier gang. It's the black one, my Uzi way of tongue, watch it bang, nigga. This is for the homies in the pen and sharp and heat too. Something for the breezes on the blade to swallow me too. This is for the YGs and double OGs too. 28 grams and now it's ready for the streets, fool. Black Mikey, Mr. Moo, Gangsta B Stone, and my nigga Little Gangsta got the heat to your dome. And we gon' make it pop whether blue, steel, or chrome. About to make the whole world black once again, it's on. Been a long time since you heard us put it down. And you know them street soldiers got the A1 sound. Sick B, T Rich, everybody on deck. On one, pedal to the floor, tossing up the set. On me, the street soldiers throwing up this industry. Our foundation is the family. Everybody know
what's up, CB? Not much, about to get in this real quick.
The street soldiers throwing up this industry. Our foundation is the family. Everybody know we bombing in the BCP.
This beat got that old school feel. Slide me a drink and let a nigga buy me a pill. I'ma show you why I get so ill and so real. Then I get all up in your goddamn grip. Well, it's the boom boom back. A money make a whole stepper. Hella five gangster trying to live like a rapper. I'm in the wind sipping in, counting ends. Sliding up on bitches and got them hopping in.
Not again.
Yeah, friend, and it might be yours. I'm going in and out of town, but it's a brand new horse. I listen to center on a new course. For time I push a super hard line with force. Put fire under her ass like a goddamn torch. They keep burning up the blocks until this motherfucker scorch. And still don't stop. Keep rolling till the wheels gon' pop. And choke a bitch till the bigger it drop. Nigga.
Burn rubber on me. Yeah, folks, let's just get into it real quick. You know, this whole divide and conquer, fan versus fan, promoter versus promoter, broadcasting company versus which I don't even think they even own that, tip. They, you know, I think they know they're gonna make their money regardless. And somebody has to come. You got to make money somehow, and you're gonna have to fuck with somebody. So, you know, I've been seeing lately on YouTube over and over again, you know, it's the same shit. Most of these channels out here, it seems like, you know, it's the same thing day in and day out. You know, the same narratives. You know, Deontay Wilder ducking this guy, Anthony Joshua ducking Dillian White, you know, just take the money, you know, back and over and over and over again, the same shit. And then as soon as somebody agrees with that dumb shit that you know they just love to hear, they go and jump on it. You know, and it's crazy though. Nobody cares what comes out of, you know, Eddie Hearn's mouth when it comes to Deontay Wilder over here, because nobody knows who Eddie Hearn is over here. Nobody knows who Anthony Joshua is over here. Nobody knows who Dillian White is over here. And that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Now, like I've been saying, I think Dillian White, you know, you know, he seems like a cool person. You know, he seems like, you know, he's a real warrior when it comes to, you know, in the ring. But when it comes to, you know, him want to talk about he's been avoided by this person and this person, and then, you know, he goes in to say that, what's up, Laws D? And then he goes to say that, you know, Alexander Povetkin never sent me a contract and whoop de whoop, but you never sent him one. You saying that you want to, you know, you can't sit around here and you can't wait for people to give you stuff. But the thing about it is, if you want to take your life into your own hands, if you want to take everything that you are trying to work for and control your shit, go fight Dominic Brazil. Go step to him. At least Dominic Brazil will be like, no matter what, it's one of them things. No matter what Deontay Wilder says, as far as if you fight Lewis or King Kong Ortiz and fight him, you know, then you get a shot at me. If you don't believe this dude's word for it, go fight him. Then you have no choice but the WBC to make you the mandatory. And guess what? You'll probably get that by December, the end of this year. You know what I'm saying? Versus now we got this whole, what's up, Reef? Thanks for showing up, everybody. Now you got this, you know, Anthony Joshua dude saying, well, if not these two dudes, then, you know, maybe Ortiz, and then, you know, White, and then and this, you know, there's a whole Usyk thing. He blowing up him. Then Eddie Hearn start the rumor with Klitschko. You know, go ahead and go and fight Dominic Brazil. Don't worry about fucking Alexander Povetkin, because that does nothing for you. Right now, Alexander Povetkin is not going to do anything for you, Dillian White. How about you make contingencies like everybody else is making contingencies? Deontay Wilder has contingency plan. Anthony Joshua has a contingency plan, and I bet I bet Tyson Fury has a contingency plan. And the reason why they have contingency plans is because they're the top heavyweights in the division, right? And they have that wiggle room to get around because everybody wants to fight them. You see what I'm saying? Everybody don't want to fight Dillian White. Well, some people do because they know that'd be a stepping stone. Like for Big Baby Miller, like for, you know, Gerald Washington, and a couple of the other cats. You a stepping stone. You that guy that if I come in and beat you, I can fight one more another dude and be a mandatory, or somebody can look at me and say I'm not a Rocky Fielding for beating you. But we want to keep on with this whole narrative of placing the fans versus the fans over and over again. Why it got to be like that? If everybody knows, that, you know, 300,000 pay-per-views is $25 million in the United States. If everybody knows that, and everybody knows that 1.5 million pay-per-views and the United Kingdom is I forgot how much that was. Around there, maybe 30 million. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 30 million. You know what I'm saying? So if you know that, and you trying to get up over, if you know that as a fan, you know that's not too far off. You know that Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing, and DAZN want a piece of this American pie. You know that. Now, in order to get a piece of this American pie, this sweet, sweet old pie, you have to fight an American. And that's Deontay Wilder. Name another heavyweight in the United States that's going to give you 300K pay-per-view buys in 2019. Big Baby Miller ain't going to get you that. But Deontay Wilder will. So, you know, all this old nonsense is that, you know, Anthony Joshua's the A side, Tyson Fury's the A side, Deontay Wilder's the A side. How about this? How about with all this this A side shit? How about we take out, let's just get rid of the belts. Let's not even talk about, don't even talk about the belts. How about that? Don't even bring the belts up. How about we just base it off of how many people is going to show up to the fight, to how much money you're going to make for the revenue tickets. How many people is going to watch the pay-per-view, to how many people, how much money is that going to make? How much you just put it to that? Because the belts is not going to, the belts ain't going to bring the bread to the table. The belts ain't going to bring no bread to the table. Your popularity is what's going to bring bread to the table, because that's going to correlate to how much money you're going to make. You know what I'm saying? So if you take out all that other BS and this Mayweather mathematical fucking equation out of the whole thing, how about you bringing it to how many people want you to fight this guy? How many people want Deontay Wilder to fight Anthony Joshua? How many people want Deontay Wilder to fight Tyson Fury? How many people want Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury? How about you base how much the paycheck off of that? The A side and the B side off of that. How about you just don't even get rid of it? Because you can't make no money. You ain't gonna make that money without Wilder. Wilder ain't gonna make that money without you. Tyson Fury ain't gonna make that money without Wilder. And Tyson Fury ain't gonna make that money without AJ. That's what it's all about. You know what I mean? How you gonna call yourself the A side when you can't make that money without him? See, the UK money, everybody has already reached his plateau. Everybody has already reached its peak. Everybody knows this is how high you can get, and that's it. This is the ceiling. That's it. That's it. American pay-per-view numbers is kind of like nobody knows if another Mayweather star come back. Nobody knows. But everybody wants to reach that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, is people still sit around here and speculate that who knows? Maybe that record could be broken. Maybe it could. Maybe if if in 2009 people start fighting who they supposed to be fighting, like Evander Holyfield been saying, if people start fighting like One Breaker Fighter said, if they kind of had something like the UFC to where motherfuckers force people to fight who they supposed to fucking fight, we probably wouldn't. You probably have a 400,000 pay-per-views, 500,000 pay-per-view, 600,000 pay-per-view numbers. You know what I'm saying? You never know. But we would never know, because the simple fact is that that's not what we're gonna get. But this whole fan versus fan, Eddie Hearn saying, and then look, if Matchroom Boxing is out there saying they desperate to make the Wilder fight, they begging to make the Wilder fight and all this stuff, and then they're gonna come out and say, well, Wilder fight is the much easier fight for us than the Tyson Fury fight, and then but how you gonna say all that? But then you're gonna say Deontay Wilder is the one that should give into the demands because he feels that he could win. Y'all feel that y'all can win. Y'all feel that y'all can beat Deontay Wilder. Y'all feel that y'all can sit there and compete against this guy in the ring and come out with something other than a damn decision. How come you can't be? How come your fans can't say the same thing that you saying about Wilder? It's the same shit. They both feel that everybody feel they're gonna win in the ring. Ain't nobody going around talking about, oh, I'm about to get my ass whooped. Oh shit, here I go. I gotta go fight this fucking guy. This motherfucker got vibranium in his right hand. You know what I'm saying? So this whole 2019 thing, man, this fan versus fan is, promoter, putting, these fans versus each other, man. This need to cease. Let's just be real about it. How come it can't be 50-50? How come it can't? You can't make the money. You can't make the money without the other. Is yin and yang. You want this American sweet old pie, but you don't want to do what you have to do to get that bread. You signed a contract with you have an agreement with the zone. You came up over here and your fans and the media talking about you taking over. I'm pretty sure probably they Matchroom Boxing didn't say they taking over America, but that's the way that it was pitched to us. And that's what we have to deal with. You said that. You came up over here. And now you got people like Richard Schaefer. You got these boxers out here, known boxers out here that don't want nothing to do with you. And you want a piece of this, and you want a piece of this pie, but you can't get it. You can't get a piece of this sweet old pie without PBC fighters. You can't. And it's been showing, and it's looking like it's looking like Matchroom Boxing in the zone is bleeding in the water surrounded by sharks. Every promoter smells blood. These broadcasting companies smell blood. These commercials that want to buy these companies that want to buy commercial space time can smell that you bleeding out, because the price that you are offering to pay to show their commercials is probably fucking pretty low. Everybody smells it. If you fans out there want the Deontay Wilder, if you UK, I'm sorry, if you AJ Matchroom, because it ain't all UK cats. It's people from all over the world that are Eddie Hearn fans. There's people from all over the world that AJ fans that don't want to hear shit when it comes to the truth. That can't say, well, I see your point. Well, I understand that, but at the same time, I gotta rock with my mans. That's not what you hear. What you hear is look. Fanon showed this thing from Barb, right? And this guy gonna sit here and tell me that the supposed pay-per-view numbers that BT did over in the UK is going to strictly Frank Warren's pockets. That's what he told me. And you know, I read it and I read it 3 times. I thought the dude was idiot. You know, and I, you know, what's up, L-File player? And I'm kind of like, man, like, look, you don't know that. I don't know that. But we can assume that in that contract somewhere dictates how the money is divvied out for the fight purse. And I'm pretty sure that it correlates. It's going to say UK pay-per-view, American pay-per-view. We're going to split it. You know what I'm saying? That goes, all them proceeds goes into the fight purse. And then we divvy it out. I get 50 and you get 40 or whatever the case may be. Like, how the fuck are you going to say that's going to Frank Warren? Then how the fuck are you going to say that Fanon is wrong with his numbers? At least at the minimum, what you should say is with Fanon's numbers, with the not Fanon numbers, the numbers that Fanon showed us from Barb, the 700K pay-per-view by supposedly that's on Barb. At least you could say, well, that's an estimate. Well, that's a ballpark. Well, maybe it's not 700. Maybe it's more, maybe 400, 500. Maybe it's something like that. But 4 o'clock in the morning, even if it was 100,000 or 200,000 or 300,000, that's still good. You see what I'm saying? Because what was the last pay-per-view that you guys that did well over there in the UK? What was that? What's up, Ray Zone? They don't say those numbers. They don't say, well, the Tyson and Lennox Lewis, they did this numbers. They're not talking about them numbers. They're not talking about no other numbers but Deontay Wilder's and Tyson Fury's numbers. They're not talking about no numbers but Deontay Wilder's numbers. And it's disgusting because you can't say 300K pay-per-views at 25 million to 1.5 million in whatever, how many what I was with Klitschko. So he wasn't even, nobody was watching that fight really for fucking Anthony Johnson. Majority of them fans are going in to watch Klitschko, I presume, because he was the known champ. You see what I'm saying? He was the guy that was bringing the pay-per-view numbers before Anthony Joshua came around. So what I would assume he was the A side in that, correct? Or you know what I'm saying? So you can't talk about somebody else's number without talking about the other guy's numbers. You can't say only thing you can't say nothing good about Deontay Wilder, but you can all say the bad things. Same thing like I say about Obama. You can't, some of these cats, it's like everything they got to say about Obama is bad. I'm like, you can't even name one good thing the dude did. If anything is you being white saying that Obama never did anything good, you could say, well, at least he didn't go pro-black. At least he didn't ostracize the white people. You know what I'm saying? Lost Dawkins said, Mike, I don't know why people over here think that there is more money to be made over here. It's a lot smaller country than America, and there's no place over here. What can put money up like that? And that's the thing, Lost Dawkins, is like I'm saying, you coming over here to get the money, to get the bag. You see what I'm saying? But you don't want to be truthful about it. You want to say a couple little things like, yeah, that's where the American market. I want to tap into the American market and this and the third, but you don't want to be truthful about it. You brought the zone. You helped bring the zone over here. Well, you probably didn't help. This is probably gonna come anyways. You were just probably the sucker that agree with it. So, but how are you gonna get past 15,000 viewerships? How are you gonna get revolving subscriptions? How are you gonna get past 15,000 viewers per fight? And how are you gonna get revolving subscriptions on a monthly basis? Like, this guy's gonna keep it up for 6-9 months, or surprisingly, he keeps the count revolving. How are you gonna get that without the PBC? How are you gonna get it? Hello, can't hear you. Hello, damn, can't hear you. You can't get it. That's like you trying to make a peanut butter jelly sandwich without jelly. Without jelly, just a butter sandwich. It's not even a sandwich. You know what I'm saying? I would assume it'd take 2 ingredients to make a sandwich, and I ain't talking about bread. But you know, it's just funny to me, man. It's just funny. It's just funny. You know, you can't believe like, and then even the Barb numbers that when the Fanon was on live, he showed us multiple fights, not just one fight. He showed us multiple fights that correlated with pay-per-view, the raw pay-per-view numbers that were given out in America. He showed us it. And it correlated with it. It was like, damn, that did X amount. And then Barb is saying this. That looks like Barb is in the ballpark, give or take or two. Or give or take 1,000. Or give or take 100. It's like Barb is around there. So how come you can't even believe that? It's a research. Go to the website. It's a company. It seems like it's a company that gets paid to do these numbers so people can sit up over there and do their focus groups to see what kind of audience they're reaching, to see how can they get better at their craft, at marketing media. It shows you TV, live streams, apps, mobile. It's showing you that. What do you think it is? You think people ain't paying them to use their raw data off of their website to try to reach you at your house? See? I don't get it. That's what Barb is doing. You know? It's just he showed it on live, and people are still out there in denial. And then Richard Schaefer. I'm glad Blue Barbershop and Fanon was adamant about making that be known. You know what I'm saying? Because even though Richard Schaefer didn't say what was the numbers, at least the dude is manning up, and he has no vested interest. He has no vested interest. It doesn't do anything for him to say that the Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury fight was bigger than was big, was the biggest fight in the last 10 years or whatever. It doesn't do nothing for the man. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't do nothing for him. And y'all looking at him like, this motherfucker, he don't know what he's talking about. He just got in the box. He don't know nothing. He don't make fights. He don't do shit. Richard who? Schaffer? Who? Efer? Who? You know what I'm saying? Like, at some point, what data are you going to listen to? You know what I'm saying? Because if we was going to sit up over here and listen to the data, how come you ain't talking to Eddie Hearn saying, man, hey man, how come y'all don't release these numbers, pay-per-view numbers? How come you only get one? How come you say you only gross 1.5 at ticket sales at Wembley? You know, how come? How come you don't? But y'all released the Klitschko numbers, 1.5 million. So I'm assuming that the numbers ain't been doing so good. They've been going down because obviously they ain't something good to. Obviously, if you're not talking, if you're not bringing up, if you can't bring up Anthony Joshua's last 2 fights, if you can't bring up those numbers, if you're not talking about those numbers, Eddie Hearn, but you're supposed to be the A side, but you want to sit up over here and talk about how many belts your man got. You want to talk about how much money your man get per fight. You want to talk about how fast he got these motherfucking belts. You want to talk about all this jibber jabber. But the one thing, but you don't want to talk about all that jibber jabber. How about you bring those up? Because aren't those accolades? Because I think if you did bring the numbers up, then that might take away from Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder and how good of a fight they did. That might take away because you only bringing up the shit that nobody can compete with you with. You got 3 belts. Okay, Deontay Wilder got 1. You're correct. You did it in 20 fights. You're correct. You beat Klitschko. Oh, that's. You know what I'm saying? You only talk about stuff that nobody can compete with you with. You know what I'm saying? But Deontay Wilder can compete with you with all the motherfuckers he knocked out. You see what I'm saying? He could compete with you with that. You know what I'm saying? Deontay Wilder can compete with you with everybody he fought, he knocked out. He compete with you with that. Knockout ratios, he could compete with you with that. And now these pay-per-view revenue numbers, you could Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury could compete with you with that. But you're not going to, but the thing about it is, how can you not? I don't get it. I don't get it. And then look at this. This is another thing that don't make any sense. Frank Warren out here saying Fury is now a bigger attraction than Joshua. There's no data out there for that. There's no data out there that's going to say that there's no data out there that says that. You know what? Off of popularity, off of how many people that know Tyson Fury, out of how many people that know Anthony Joshua in the UK, popularity factor, that fight is a 50-50 in the UK. I don't how you want to base it? How you want, like I said, the belts ain't gonna give you no money. The belts, does the belts give you money? Does the belts give you popularity? No, the fans give you popularity because their numbers count. These boxing fans and these casual fans, those numbers count. The number of belts you got don't correlate to how big of a purse you get. Because you could be like Usyk and be undisputed and get what? You see what I'm saying? Andre Ward and get what? You could be undisputed and get what? Huh? You see what I'm saying? What is this fight purses like? How come it doesn't mean popularity? What means how many people that Tyson Fury can kind of stretch the United States because some people should know him now. He fought Wilder in the United States, so I would assume some people would know him. For them to say, okay, Tyson Fury on his own. Oh, that's the guy that Deontay Wilder, they had a draw with. Now he fighting this dude for who got 3 belts. He fight for a unification. Oh man, that should be a good fight because he got knocked down twice against him. So I don't know, man. This looks like it's gonna be a good fight. But Anthony Joshua, he knocked out everybody, but this guy right here. So this fight looks good. And they're gonna be like, some people are gonna be like, Anthony Joshua, who? Oh, he got 3 belts. I never heard of him, but he got 3 belts. He should be good, but let's go on YouTube and watch some of his fights or something. Let's go see what this guy's all about. But all you gonna hear is duck, duck, goose. All you gonna hear is about 50 million. All you gonna hear is a whole bunch of bickering between me and a couple of these UK cats. All you gonna hear is a bunch of back and forth between YouTube channels. No, my fighter, no, my fighter, no, my fighter, no, my fighter. And then you're gonna have to pick one. Or you're gonna have to stay neutral. You gotta have the mindset to be able to differentiate to tell what's been going on. You gotta have the mindset to tell what's going on because you might pick the wrong one. You might say Deontay Wilder was ducking AJ. You might think that Deontay Wilder ducked Tyson Fury. If Tyson Fury goes and fight AJ, because you just got into the game. You know what I'm saying? So people can say whatever they want to. The fight is a fucking 50-50. For all 3 of these guys, 50-50. Shit. If how much money is the zone gonna bring? If Anthony Joshua was to fight Wilder, or if Wilder was to fight Anthony Joshua, how much money is the zone gonna bring? Is the zone gonna bring 25 million? Is the zone gonna bring $1 million? Is that fight gonna bring in $1 million of revolving subscriptions to the zone? Is that what's gonna happen? No. They're not gonna do it. You see what I'm saying? Because if 300K, even if you times that by 2, let's look. I'm not even gonna do the math because it ain't gonna do it. It ain't gonna do it. Even if it did 600, still won't be 25. It ain't gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Eddie Hearn didn't come over here to necessarily make money off of the zone because ain't nobody. He wanted them pay-per-view numbers. He wanted them Showtime pay-per-view numbers, and he ain't gonna get it because he with the zone, and now he's stuck. He thought it seemed like a good idea. It seemed like a surefire good idea. Well, maybe if you thought that was such a good idea, maybe you should have actually talked to somebody that was over here and pitched and ran it through them first. Or maybe been like, hey, man, I got this thing going on. I want to come out over here. Blah, blah, woo, woo, woo. You know, bring some of my fighters. You know, blah, blah, woo, woo, woo. Let's get these promoters together, try to get with the zone thing and see what we can happen. You know, I know y'all got Fox. I know y'all got this, Showtime, whatever. But how about let's do X amount of fights on the zone? You know what I'm saying? It's a little app. It offers this, blah, 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 woo, woo, to try to creep your way in the grain. So you can take an inch here, take an inch, take an inch, take an inch. Now you got a foot. Now you got 2 feet. Now you got a couple yards. Now you got a half a mile. Now you got a mile. But you tried to get it all at once. Get it all at once. You tried to stick us up, and it didn't work. It didn't work. Y'all still out there, man. What y'all want to talk about, man? Y'all still out there in the YouTube world? Well, what y'all think, man? Do y'all think this, like, what y'all think about this, man? Like I said, man, it's 50-50 for everybody. These 3 guys is 50-50. Ain't no A side. Ain't no my belts mean 25% each. Ain't none of that. All it is ace. All it is 50-50. That's all it is. 50-50 in rematch clauses. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. If I win twice, on to the next. That's what it is. I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm explaining it quite right to y'all, man, but you know, if you got Richard Schaefer and all these and then Showtime executives coming out here talking about, you know, how good of a fight that was, and then you got these ex-boxers coming out, you know, saying that, you know, come on, AJ, blah, blah, whoop, 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 come on, Wilder, blah, blah, whoop, whoop, whoop. You know, everything is 50-50. Everybody getting their hate 50-50. You know what I'm saying? Everybody getting their hate from 50-50 across the board. But the thing about it is that these are the fights that people want to see. These are the fights that people are willing to pay for. These are the fights that people are willing to pay $75 a whop in the United States to watch. They're not going to, nobody wants to see Dillian White versus AJ. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see Dillian White versus Povetkin. Nobody wants to see Deontay Wilder versus Dominic Breazeale. Nobody wants to see Tyson Fury versus anybody but Wilder and AJ. Nobody's willing to pay for that shit. You know what I'm saying? They probably willing to pay for it over there in the UK, but the money's over here, Jack. All day long, like Lionel Richie now. All day long. You know what I'm saying? Lance Dawkins said Tyson Fury has got more fans than AJ because he has been around longer. That's what I see over here, Mike. Yeah, I mean, you over there, man. So I got to take, you know, you over there. You know what I'm saying? So you know more than me. You know what I'm saying? I can say, yeah, but this, yeah, but that, man. But at the end of the day, man, I don't live over there. I don't see the day-by-day things, man. All I see is numbers. You know what I'm saying? All I see is numbers and people talking, these promoters talking, these networks talking. I don't see the day-to-day by conversations on who knows what. Just like over here, like I tell people, it's like, you know, just because you walking around and talking about, hey, do you know who this guy is? Do you know who this guy is? Do you know who this guy is over here? You can't just do that over here. Hell, you might do that to the wrong motherfucker. You might get shot. Hellfire Player said in the past couple of months, AJ been taunting that crusty 4th IBO belt around trying to confuse people. He ain't trying to confuse people. It's just another token. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, a part of me is kind of like, you earned it, go ahead and flaunt it. But then another part of me is like, who the fuck cares? Nobody cares. Nobody cares that you got the IBO belt. And I for sure don't care that he got 3 belts. Because at this point in time now, man, I'm like, as of right now, between these 3 guys, nobody cares how many belts you got. Tyson Fury ain't got 1 belt, but everybody want to see him fight these 2 guys. And that's it. You know, you got people over here all across the world that are willing to watch, to sit down and pay for this fight. You got Las Vegas like, come on with it. Come on, baby. Come on, Wilder, Tyson. Come on with it. Bah! You know what I'm saying? Come on with it. You know what I'm saying? So if you got all these people, Lawrence Dawkins said L5 player, that IBO belt is trash. With the drugs girl beat Eubank Jr., he threw that IBF belt away. I think he meant IBO belt away. I don't know. I mean, but look, man, I'm just kind of like, does the belts make the man, or the man make the belts? You know what I'm saying? Does the belts make the man? Does the belts make the champion, or does the champion make the belts? Yeah, I know what you meant, Lawrence Dawkins. I know what you meant. And typos ain't gonna stop me, baby. You know, I'm not a read between the lines. I ain't no dummy. Yeah, but you know, what do y'all think? What do you think, Laws and L5 player and all y'all out there? Do y'all think the belts make the man, or the man makes the belts? That's what I want to know. Which one is it? Does the belts, or does the belts give you money in your pocket? Does the belts give you popularity? Does the belts give you high pay-per-view numbers? Does the belts get people to show up to your goddamn fight? Does the belts get you talked about revolving over and over again in the media? What does these belts do? You see what I'm saying? What does these belts do? You know, this ain't like the NFL. This ain't like basketball. This ain't like soccer. When you win a championship game, that's the only game that fucking matters throughout the whole fucking season, to win it all. That's, you know what I'm saying? It's different. That's gonna bring you fans the next year. You know what I'm saying? But this is boxing. Yeah, Lawrence Dawkins, it's just, that's just me, man. You know, you could crunch the numbers how you want to crunch it. You know, you could say, well, Anthony Joshua did 1.5. You know, Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder only did 300K in the US. You can be like, oh, there was a failure, wasn't a success. It was bullshit over there, blah, 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 whoop, whoop. But how much money did it make? That's the thing. How much money did it make? Everybody can't do Mayweather numbers. Everybody can't do the amount of pay-per-view. See, like even look at Canelo. All his fights ain't pay-per-view. You know why all his fights ain't pay-per-view? Because they know it will not fucking sell. They know that Rocky Fielding fight wasn't worth the damn to put on pay-per-view. It would have done more numbers than DAZN, 15K. But it wasn't worth the risk. Are you following me? It wasn't worth the risk. So you mean it? And then now look, if Anthony Joshua goes and fights Dillian White, right? Dillian White, and he's still out here protesting, not giving out 50%, and Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury don't fight him, who is he going to fight? Is it going to be on pay-per-view? Is it going to be at Wembley? Because if your plateau is 1.5 million, you're not going to do it all the time. You see what I'm saying? It's not going to happen. At some point, you're going to have to taste failure. You're gonna have a fight that's not gonna do $1 million. You're gonna have a fight that's not gonna do $500K. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you could bounce back. But the thing about it is, Eddie Hearn won't play it like that. He'll play it off as some fucking anomaly. You see what I'm saying? He would probably throw, he'd be like, well, shit, it's still better than Deontay. He did this. But your numbers won't be the same. Your numbers damn sure won't. Your pockets won't be the same. Like, check it out. If the Zone gave Canelo 365 and Matchroom Boxing gave what was it? Anthony Joshua $100 million. Right? And they say, and the Zone is like, well, you know, this is how we're gonna make our money back. You know, through these subscriptions, these commercials, and there's a couple of this back end stuff. This is how we're gonna make the money back. So if we get X amount of viewerships revolving monthly, we can make that money back within half the time, with the half the years that, because they didn't do that 365 to break even. They did the 360, however million it was, 300 and something plus million. They did that thing not to break even. They did that thing to get themselves into the market to where they can get people introduced to the Zone. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure within that they say, okay, so we got Canelo. That's kind of like free publicity right there, because Golden Boy is going to do their leg of the work. You see what I'm saying? It's going to do their leg of the work, because the more money the more people that come up to the fight, blah blah blah, woo, equals more money or whatever, or some incentives. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't just give people money without no incentive, because then no incentive, there's no way there's no room for extra money. It's just that you got this and that's it. You just show up to the fight and you fight and that's it. There's no go do these signings, go do these press tours, none of that. You see what I'm saying? And damn for sure. And the one thing that's really hurting Canelo is speak English, motherfucker. Speak English. Because that's what really you want. I don't know, man. It's just disgusting, man. This whole fan versus fan, and then, you know, me having to sit up over here and defend one of my favorite fighters over and over again, because these motherfuckers out here want to say bullshit. Like, you know, so what if Deontay Wilder calls Tyson Fury a coward? You know what I'm saying? So what? What is that going to do for to make the fight? Nothing. It means absolutely nothing. It's not going to do nothing. You know what it's going to do? It's going to give you numbers. You know what's going to do something? People like me pushing the narrative. Well, I'm probably not going to do nothing, but at least I'm doing it. Pushing the narrative that this whole fan versus fan thing needs to kind of stop. It needs to, well, not kind of, it needs to stop, because it's doing nothing for boxing. If motherfuckers want to fight, if you want to fight as bad as everybody else want to fight, just say 50-50, because that's the God's honest truth. That's as truthful as you can get it. You know what I'm saying? If both fighters want to become undisputed, right? Anthony Joshua wants to become a billionaire, and Matchroom Boxing wants American money. The fight is 50-50. You want more than what Deontay Wilder wants. You want more than what Deontay Wilder wants. And that's a fact. You see what I'm saying? So it's just, I mean, look at this. Look what this idiot had to say. This fucking cum guzzling ass idiot. I tell you what, man, these motherfuckers on this battle. I ain't gonna, I take that. I ain't gonna call nobody no cum guzzling idiot. I'm gonna take that back. This dude gonna be like, Tyson Fury is a bigger draw than Anthony Joshua. He says the fuck bigger draw. You know, he's saying the fuck out of here with that shit. But, you know, even like Lars Dawkins and some of these cats up, what they say? See, Lars Dawkins even said it. The man makes the belt. And that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? You know, if Andre Ward can't get a damn $1 million pay-per-view, you know what I'm saying? If Usyk can't get $1 million pay-per-view, and they got 4 belts, nobody knows your fucking name. Usyk. You know, you can say, "Oh yeah, the hardcore boxing fans, real boxing fans know I am." There's more casuals than that pay for pay-per-views that go watch these fights than hardcore boxing fans. That means they're the ones that's going to be giving you majority of the pot, more of the money. They don't know your name. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. Between Mayweather, Mike Tyson, Holyfield, and all these cats, the thing about it is, in America, this is how you know you're doing something right with PR. When you go up into high school or junior high school, when everybody knows your name, everybody know who Mike Tyson is. Everybody know who Floyd Mayweather is. You see what I'm saying? Because that's how you know you're popular. You're part of pop culture. You see what I'm saying? And that's how you get into those $1 million pay-per-views. That's how you get them $100 million pay-per-views. People knowing your fucking name. Starting from way down here and up. Because if you reach the kids, you're definitely gonna reach the grown folks. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn right, Lost Dawkins. The man makes the fucking belt. And you have to beat the man to be the man. And I got that from Ric Flair. You know? Look what this motherfucker's saying. Look what this bitch saying. I need to stop calling people out their name. This guy saying Wilder is the seaside, UK running the heavyweights. How? It's a 3-minute and 58-second video. You can say 33 minutes. You know, World Breaker Fighter taught me how to round up. You know, he taught me how to round up numbers and shit. You know, way back in the days. You know, so how is he that? See, you can't say somebody's a seaside. Like Wilder. He ain't no more, baby. Never been a seaside. Because this whole time, Eddie Hearn's been trying to get Wilder to fight his fighters. He's been trying to get up over here. You know what I'm saying? He's been trying to mosey his way up over here. But how you gonna mosey your sweet old Anthony Joshua over here for the zone to get people to know his name without Deontay Wilder? How you gonna break that plateau over there? You know what I'm saying? Because you could possibly do $10 million at the gate, you know, and then, you know, if Tyson Fury and them, they did 25 million, boy, if you can double that, if you can triple that, boy, I tell you what, man, you'll be the talking of the town if you can win that fight, boy. If Anthony Joshua come up over here and beat Deontay Wilder, ooh, boy, you know what you would be? You know what you would be? You would be undisputed. You know what you would be? You'll probably be on your road, your little road to be a billionaire. But you won't do it. You want to stay over there on that island, and that's it. Oh, hold up. He was talking about fighting Big Baby Miller in New York. Am I correct? So if he's over there talking about fighting Big Baby Miller in New York, how come you can't fight Deontay Wilder in Vegas? Oh, because because of his belt to be on the line. Oh, but his belt to be on the line with Big Baby Miller, right? And you got and you don't know if Anthony Joshua beat Big Baby Miller, really, you're guessing. Because you even said it, he's like, I don't know, but he's just he's kind of squishy in the middle and stuff like that. But he might get it, he might not get it, blah, 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 right? So how about you come on over here? Stop bullshitting. Come on over here. Come on, AJ. Come on over here to fucking Las Vegas. Fight my man's Wilder when he get done with Tyson Fury. And then we can see who's the best. Because until then, let's see what we got here. Salute. What's up, Marquez Johnson? What's happening? Yeah, man, I'm just over here talking about, this whole Floyd Mayweather mathematical equation between, Wilder, Tyson, and AJ is null and void, man. It's null and void. That's what I'm talking about, Marquez Johnson, man. It's 50-50 for all three of these cats, and that's it. Nobody wants to see these three guys fight nobody else but this little triangle. That's it. Nobody want to see nobody want to see Deontay Wilder fight Brazil. Nobody want to see Anthony Joshua fight White. Nobody want to see White fight Povetkin. And nobody want to see Tyson Fury fight anybody else but Deontay and Anthony Joshua. So you know what I'm saying? Nobody want to see that bullshit. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, so Marquez Johnson, if you're still there, baby boy, still there, answer this question. Does the man make the belt, or does the belt make the man? If you're still out there, Laws Dawkins, man, Marquez Johnson, answer that question, man. Does the belt make the man, or the man make the belt? Does the man make the belt, or the belt make the man? Can you answer that for me one time? Damn, baby. Hey, look, y'all, I got a dislike. I got a motherfucking dislike. Somebody said, get the fuck out of here with that, man. It's all good, man. It's all good. I don't care, at least they could have left a critique or something. You know what I'm saying? At least they could have left a critique or nothing. They just came in, dislike, and ran. God damn. Shit, at least they could have said a little something. Yeah, man. But other than that, man, it's gonna be a repeat, man. I see 2018 is gonna be a repeat of 2019, man. 2019 is gonna be a repeat of 2018. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. It's gonna be a repeat, man, because we arguing over the same shit every day, man. Some of the times I can't help it myself, man, because I'm defending one of my favorite fighters, man. But look at it. If you look at I'm over here reading some of these stupid ass comments and stuff like that. I think what the most problem is right now is another problem that's wrong with America right now when it comes to boxing and its media. We have a lot of people in this old media talking about boxing don't know shit. A lot of these interviews that these boxers do on these popular networks and on these popular radio stations and stuff like that, they don't know shit about boxing. They don't know absolutely fucking nothing. And they haven't been paying attention to the news. The only thing they know is who ESPN, Fox News, and these news agencies out here tell them who's supposed to be the good fighter. That's it. Because other than that, I was trying to see if she was walking down she ain't even walking down the steps. I was going to ask my old lady a question. But I guess Marquez Johnson left, man. Goddamn, boy, I want to see your see if you had an answer to that, man. But you don't jump ship on me, man. You know what I'm saying? But Let's see here. Not that. You know, let me check one more thing again. God damn, that's loud. That's fucking loud. Loud as fuck. What do y'all think about this the other rumor that's going around? I don't know if it's a rumor. I didn't read into it or anything like that. But what did you guys think about when you guys heard that Anthony Joshua almost signed with Al Heyman? Do you think he should have did that? What's up, TJ Wilkins? Do y'all think he should have? Hey, TJ Wilkins, man, what do you think about this? Do you think the belt makes the man or the man makes the belt? What do you think? Think about that, man. Do you think that between them three fighters, Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, and Anthony Joshua, do you think their popularity and how much money they bring to the table per fight, that is just 50-50 across the board? What is your take, man? What is your take on, this whole A-side and this Eddie Hearn mathematical equation, and that creates this whole division between boxing fans, man? Yeah. And then, and then, like I said, like Boxing News 24 is out. They got this article out here that's saying White upset, says Jarrell Miller could face Anthony Joshua next. But you guys know that I've been saying, well, if you don't know now, you know that this guy needs to take his career. If you're going to, like, this guy is going to say that I can't wait for these guys. I got my own career to worry about. You need to be doing your thing, man. You need to make some contingency plans, and fighting. And like I said, man, I'm gonna say it again, man, but fighting Povetkin ain't gonna do nothing for you, bro. The only thing that Povetkin's gonna do is put another guy that lost on your record. You know what I'm saying? Put another one of them dudes on your record. They ain't gonna do absolutely a goddamn thing. Lars Duncan said, Mike, when I do, you think AJ will ever fight Wilder? What year, bro? I think it'd be next year. TJ Wilkins said, man makes the belts because belts can be bought. Well, shit, we seen a couple belts get bought, auctioned off, and all that shit last couple years. Yeah, but the AJ fighting Deontay Wilder and AJ, man, that's gonna be 2020. And the reason why I say that is because it's just my stance on it. My stance on the 50-50. And why I say 50-50. That's what makes me believe that, dude, you want this American market money, you want this sweet old American pie, but at the same time you want to say you're desperate, you're begging or whatever, you're groveling or whatever, but you ain't doing what needs to be done to make the fight. If you know Deontay, if you know Deontay Wilder's not responding to you, and you know why Deontay Wilder's not responding to you, why do you keep doing the same thing over and over again? If he says 50-50, if Deontay Wilder says 50-50, and you're showing up with flat rate offer, then you're showing up with 32, and then you're showing up with something that does not catch his eye, that you know was not going to work. Why do you keep trying? Why do you keep saying that? Oh, we still trying to make the fight. Blah 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 whoop. Yeah, we offered him way more money or loads of more money than what he's ever made, when the numbers ain't even came out yet. And not only that, you probably even know the numbers. For all we know, it could be, it did $700K in pay-per-view buys in the UK. but you don't want to say nothing. Because if in November, if you have news companies out here saying that the purse is probably going to be at 25 mil, it's probably going to be at 25 mil, and then with the extra pay-per-view count, we possibly looking at Deontay Wilder taking home 14 mil. When you just offered 15 mil flat rate, right? Right? So if you offered that, and we possibly looking at 15 mil, how is that loads more? We know you're not offering 50 million. We know you're not. Because Eddie Hearn's bottom line with all of these negotiations is right now is trying to get over on fighters. Trying to get over on Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. And that's what it's about. And at the same time is dragging them through the fucking mud. Because you can't be, you know what I'm saying? That's the only way you do it. If you want to discredit somebody, what's the first thing you call them? You're crazy. If you want to discredit somebody in the boxing community, what do? You find the first thing that you find that somebody doesn't. You'll find something that somebody honestly got wrong on, and you know they honestly got wrong on, and you say, "See, since you got this wrong, you don't know shit about boxing." You discredit them. That's what you do. The first thing to do when you want to pick fan against fan, try to make your fighter look good in the media and everything, you discredit somebody else. You discredit their work. You discredit their accomplishments. You discredit their pay-per-view numbers. You discredit the money they got from pay-per-view numbers. You discredit who fucking knows them, their popularity. That's what you do. You discredit the fuck out of them. And then you keep your name in the media. You keep your fighter's name in the media. You keep your interview counts up so you can get these $1 million, 100 million views or 1 million views YouTube fucking award. You keep your propaganda machine up. Well, everybody else is just like, man, I ain't got time for that shit. I ain't got time to be going around here, following this dude and responding every time this dude got something to say. I ain't got time for that shit. I ain't got time for that BS. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers ain't got time for it. Lars Dawkins said probably Eddie Hearn. Mikey did the dislike. Yeah, it probably was Eddie Hearn. Probably was Eddie Hearn. T.J. Wilkins said people get that saying from Roger Mayweather. Which saying from the A side? Which saying T.J. Wilkins? Yeah, man. I mean, but that's the way it is, man. That's the way it is in this day and age in boxing, man. Propaganda machine, discrediting fighters. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? That's. Think about it. You got a dude that don't know nothing about boxing on Showtime. On Showtime, it's gonna say Dillian White deserves the title fight because all the people he fought, the people he's been fighting, and how he's been winning, he's been getting better and blah blah blah. Whoop whoop whoop. But none of them has fought anybody. Joseph Parker didn't fight. Sorry, nobody has fought anybody. Who's Joseph Parker fought? Nobody Dillian White has fought, especially after the AJ. It's not who you. And then the people want to say, he fought this guy. He fought this guy. Did he win? Did he fucking win? Not that the guy he fought against, not the guy who White fought against fought this guy. Did he win? Or did he lose? Did he go to sleep? Or did he just get wobbly? You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't work like that. Who did Parker beat? Who did Lucas Brown beat? Who did Ivanka Brucian, whatever his name is, who did he beat? And the list goes on and on. Who these guys beat? Nobody. How you going to gauge that Dillian White got better when he ain't fought nobody that hasn't beaten anybody? You see what I'm saying? You say, oh, those are good fights and blah, blah, woody, woo, woo. Just because you look like you're having, just because the fight is good, don't mean that the person that you're fighting against is good. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that way. It doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that. Only thing it means is that it was a good fight. TJ Wilkins, yeah, it probably was. Because that's how you discredit people, TJ Wilkins. Saying somebody on YouTube, telling somebody on YouTube or somebody in the comment section or somebody, you saying that's how you discredited them. And not only is you discrediting them, you discrediting every comment they made, you discrediting every video they made when you say that shit. You see what I'm saying? You know, and you gotta understand is like there's subtle. I'm not gonna say any names because you know some of the brothers out there in LDBC, I hear them say that stuff. You know, and sometimes I hear them say things like it's subtle jabs at each other. You know what I'm saying? Subtle jabs at each other. You know, all you gotta do is read between the lines, man. I don't, throwing subtle jab, but I don't care. I don't care if somebody throw a jab at me. I mean, from in the LDBC, I don't care. It's all good. Because at the end of the day, it's not about me and you, it's about boxing. You see what I'm saying? It's not about me and you, it's about boxing. You know what I'm saying? It's not about me and you, it's about my favorite boxers. That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? It's not about me and you, me and these and some of these Anthony Joshua fans, some of these Eddie Hearn fans having a disagreement. It's not about us having a disagreement. It's about us understanding why we have a disagreement. It's about us understanding both sides' ideology. And that's what it's about. And a lot of these cats don't even understand that. The first thing when they see something like something remotely, dissing Anthony Joshua, they jump on it without even reading it, without even listening to it. They just jump on it. Don't listen to it. Don't read it. No, nothing. Just jump on it and just say, whoa, this and the third. And then guess what they'll do? They'll bring up something that has nothing to do with the article. They'll bring up something that has nothing to do with the guy is talking about. I could be talking about how I kind of like Dillian White and how Dillian White should just go on out there and create a contingency to try to make a fight with Brazil, and then bring up how many fucking belts Anthony Joshua got. You see what I'm saying? Or they bring up, the WBC won't allow that. The WBC won't even. The WBC is crooked. The WBC is crooked. If White goes and fight Dominic Brazil, they won't make him the mandatory. They have no fucking choice. They have no fucking choice but to make him the mandatory. The only way they get stripped for that is not fighting is mandatory. Do you think honestly they would call for a secondary mandatory for White to fight if he beats Dominic Brazil? When everybody know Dominic Brazil ain't shit. When everybody know that Dillian White will mop the floor with Dominic Brazil. Hey, Lost Dawkins, I think those PlayStation and Xbox pay-per-views, I think they will still correlate with I think those are probably still under ESPN. I think they're still under it, but that's another thing, man, because how would you say that? Would you say that's Lost Dawkins? I mean, if you look at the Bob Report, it has a four-way, they say like a four-way analyst thingy to where you can see people watching it from an app, people watching it from the actual line, the BNC or fiber or whatever. Then you got people watching it from the mobile and something else. So It's called a 4-screen, across 4-screen, and it's TV set, PC, laptop, tablet, and smartphone. So they show all of that, but I don't think necessarily they show the actual. I don't think they showed it on there. I don't think they really showed it. I'm looking right now. I'm on there right now. I'm on there right now. I'm gonna see. I don't think they actually showed it. Fine figures. See, Lost Dawkins, look. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. See, on the screen here, if you look, it says smartphone, tablet, PC, laptop, TV set, right? Damn, I'm on the wrong one, but don't mind me. I'm on the wrong one. I know. I'm on the wrong one, but the main thing about it is that what I'm doing is I'm just showing you that they show it on here, but as you can see, none of these right here is all TV set. They don't have anything in the green. I don't know why, but maybe that's 100% TV set, but they do have it on there. I'm pretty sure maybe PC, laptop would be. I think Xbox and PlayStation would be under PC, laptop, and the reason why I would say that is because it's nothing but a console, and the network that it's under, those networks that it's under, as far as like you playing those games, they probably still correlate with those servers. They have to correlate, even if it's on your phone. It was a phone, even if you're playing, you're logging onto the Xbox or PlayStation network on your phone, it's still going through those networks. You know what I'm saying? Those console networks. So I would assume that it would be under PC, laptop, but it could be its own category, maybe, or they probably don't show it. They probably mix it in after the fact. I don't know. You know what I'm saying, Lost Dawkins? I really don't know that part. You know, it could be, but yeah. I'm looking at definitely the wrong one because that'd have been, yeah. I forgot which one he looked it up under. I forgot which one. I forget which one it on Barb that Fanon actually looked it up under. So I can't really give you a I know the one he was looking up, it had hundreds. So when you was looking at the totals, it wasn't exactly what you saw in the numbers. So yeah, I kind of fucked that up looking for it. But yeah, it is what it is with that, man. So what y'all want to talk about, man, other than y'all want to talk about some other stuff? Or y'all got any ideas as far as like what us as boxing fans should be doing in 2019 as far as the fan versus fan thing that's going on? Do you guys think that it's fair that some of these promoters out there, is putting fans versus fan and not telling the complete fucking honest fucking truth out there that they should be putting out, that creates this whole fucking clash of the fans? Because if Eddie Hearn was real, he would have came out and said, yo, man, it did pretty good numbers, man. It's Deontay Wilder's first pay-per-view, dude. 25 mil, man, that's good, man. That shit. I mean, hopefully, we could possibly make this Anthony Joshua fight and get some of that money too, man. Maybe we could double that money up or triple that money up. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that fight could bring back, heavyweight boxing again like it is. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that might inspire these young bucks. You know what I'm saying? To train better, train harder. You know what I'm saying? To do better for themselves. So there's all types of positive ways that if Eddie Hearn is the master of manipulation. He is a mastermind at it. He's a mastermind. He got it down packed. You know, you can say whatever you want to say, but Eddie Hearn got it down packed. So if Eddie Hearns with all his magical manipulation abilities, he should have thought of a methodical way to come at it to make both sides look good, because making both sides look good brings more money when both sides come together like butt cheeks. You see what I'm saying? You saying this fighter is sucks and don't do good numbers and keep throwing them under the mud, keep throwing these fighters under the mud, that's not going to help their popularity. You said Deontay Wilder needs to build his profile to make the Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua fight bigger. But in the same fucking sentence, try to lower his profile by talking down on him, by doing all that loud talk. But what you should have been doing was giving him props, uplifting them. I'm lifting some of these fighters out here, you know, so you could be like, okay, damn, man. See, I did that. I helped make Wilder. Then that's what he would have done. I helped make this dude big, man. I've been giving this dude props every time I come around. TJ Wilkins, yeah. I mean, that's possible. I mean, not only that is, who's going to fight who? I think, man, this whole, look, dude, everything around here, man, everything around here, I don't care what division it is. I think we're going to have a repeat. And we're going to have a repeat of 2018. We're going to have a repeat. Yeah, we might get one or two okay cards, from, you know, a couple of good cards from the PBC, a couple of good cards from Matchroom and all these other cats. But I think it's going to be a repeat. We're going to get some good fights. You know what I'm saying? But I think motherfuckers is like, okay, look, if we make these fights now, what are we going to do later? You know what I'm saying? If we make these fights now, what are we going to do later? Are we going to run it back after we fight him? We're going to fight somebody else. How can we keep this revolving door of money floating around? That's what it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? You know, but I think that's what I don't think Earl and Terrence Crawford gonna fight. I think somebody gonna I think welterweight. I think somebody gonna get Sean Porter. I think that's one of the fights that we gonna get. Somebody gonna take that belt off him. Somebody gonna take that belt off of Sean Porter. That's the fight that we gonna. That's one. Somebody gonna take that belt off Sean Porter. You know, I don't think. And then we got to worry about shit. We got to worry about Keith Thurman. Is he gonna stay healthy? Is he gonna stay healthy? You know what I'm saying? Is he gonna stay healthy? Is he gonna get hurt? You know what I'm saying? Is he gonna stay healthy? I mean, because as it is, he's fighting Lopez. But the thing about it is he going to stay healthy? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he's fighting a ranked number 7 guy. So people could say whatever they want to, man. Like, but this is what we're given. You know, this is the shit that we're given. I mean, of course, he got to come back and do something. Keith Thurman has to come back and fight somebody to, you know, he got it. Okay, I give him that. But is he going to fight Crawford next? Is he going to fight Spence next? What is he going to do? I'm not worried about him. I'm not worried about Keith Thurman fighting Sean Porter. I'm not worried about that. You know what I'm saying? You know, only thing I'm really worried about is when Errol Spence get in the ring with Mikey Garcia. Is it going to be a Harrison effect again? Is Mikey Garcia gonna run around the ring throwing a couple of nice little jabs, a couple of little counters, and still a win? Because I'm pretty sure Mikey Garcia's coaches is like, dude, you can't stand in front of this dude. You can't stand in front of this dude. He's gonna hurt you. Here, he's gonna hit you. You are gonna get hit in the body. Mikey, you're gonna get hit in the body. Let's do some fucking sit-ups. Because you're kind of squishy. You see what I'm saying? But I think it's gonna be. I'm not getting my hopes up. Lars Dawkins, man, yeah, he playing that flute from Zelda. Lars Dawkins said Keith Thurman too busy playing his magic flute. Yeah, he playing that flute from Zelda. Lars Dawkins, you ain't lying. But I think it's gonna be a repeat. I think, like I said, man, we're gonna get a few fights. We're gonna get a few fights, a couple of close fights, but it's not gonna be. We ain't gonna see undisputed. We ain't gonna see undisputed. I mean, well, ain't no way in hell that's gonna happen. Ain't no way in hell that's gonna happen at 147. Not that damn motherfucking quick. You know what I'm saying? Not that quick. You know, but man, oh man. I can't wait though, man. I can't wait because the reason why I can't wait though, man, because Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia. Right? Mikey Garcia. Who got money on Mikey Garcia? Who got money on Mikey Garcia? Who got money on Mikey Garcia? Who got it? Who got it? Come on, fellas. Who got money on Mikey Garcia? Lars Duncan said Mike boxing needs a big shakeup, bro. When I was a kid, see all the best fighters fighting one another. What's good, wrong? What's gone wrong, brother? I don't know. You know what? I think the biggest thing that went wrong. I think the biggest thing that went wrong in boxing was is the Floyd Mayweather mathematical equation. That's what I think is wrong with it. The Floyd Mayweather mathematical equation. Everybody want that money, but nobody want to put in that fucking work. This dude, as far as we know, you know, as far as what we can see and we can make up is that it took a lot of hard work and dedication for Mayweather to get where he is. And a lot of fighters know that in order for you to be this guy, and in order for you to get where this guy got, you know, I'm not talking about the popularity and everything. I'm not talking about the pay-per-view numbers and all that stuff. I'm talking about the box in the boxing ring. You had to put in that work. You had to put in that work. It wasn't no fucking off season. Was still you going to the gym working out. It wasn't no, oh nah, man, I'm just gonna fucking stay at home for 3 weeks, chill, relax. Because if you look at Mayweather, stayed in the gym. He ain't working out probably like he used to for a fucking fight. He ain't got to do all that. But I'm pretty sure he ain't just fucking sitting around fucking eating fried chicken, hog maws, green beans, collard greens, cornbread, chitlins. He eating that shit. But you know what I'm saying? He ain't just sitting around doing that. Sitting around drinking wine, eating crackers with some hog head cheese. The motherfucker ain't doing all that. He's staying in shape. Yeah, the motherfucker, he probably eating what he wants to. But Floyd ain't a big dude. He a little man. Look at his daddy and look at his uncle. You know what I'm saying? They're not big dudes. They're not big dudes. Yeah, but Lars Dawkins, like I said, man, it's the Floyd Mayweather mathematical equation. That's what went wrong with boxing. That's what I mean. Not necessarily what went wrong with boxing, necessarily, you know, because it's not just Floyd Mayweather that went wrong with boxing. You know, Oscar De La Hoya made his mistakes. Top Rank made their mistakes. You know, Matchroom Boxing. You know, everybody made mistakes. Everybody across the board. Some people got greedy. You know what I'm saying? Some people got wanted the hoard belts. Some people got stingy with the belts. Some people didn't want to fight who they're supposed to fight because they didn't want to get hit. They didn't want to get hurt like that. But you know, in all actuality, that's the name of the game. Getting hit. Yeah, man. What do you think that went wrong with it? Lars Dawkins and TJ Wilkins. What y'all think that went wrong with the game? I mean, because that's what I see. But I see that went wrong with the game is exactly motherfucking that. You know, is motherfuckers getting greedy. Motherfuckers not fighting who they supposed to be fighting. You know, it's because we can blame Mayweather all day. But at the end of the day, everybody played a factor into it. Everybody playing a factor into, you know, oh, that's Busa. TJ Wilkins said, oh, Lars Dawkins, not me, sir. Mikey Garcia getting stretched out of the ring, bro. Hey, man. You know, if Lars Dawkins, man, if Mikey Garcia is out here saying that, okay, I can see, okay, I can see, okay, you moving up, big dog. Moving up, big dog. I can see you out there. I can see you want to be out there and you want to you know, get your weight up quick, but not carry the weight. You know what I'm saying? You want to be coming out a good weight, but you don't want that weight slowing you down. You know, you want to put your bet. Okay, I can see you possibly getting with somebody that know about that type of stuff. Like Snack, but it's a huge risk. It's a huge risk because you might get some shit that you ain't got no business doing. You know what I'm saying? And so now when you think about it, okay, now let's say he's doing ad work. And then he goes on to say, like, yeah, I ain't do that shit. Maybe like, you know, 2-3 times a week. Maybe 2-3 times a week. That's about it. You know, for a couple minutes, but you know, nothing drastic. He ain't doing that shit. He doing that shit now because he know he's going to get hit to the body. He know he is. And the way that dude Spence hit, and you moving up, all the crunches in the world ain't gonna help you out this quick. You gotta get hit to get used to getting hit. And everybody ain't the same. Some people are just squishy like that. They're not gonna sit there and take that shit like that. They're gonna fall. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna fall. They're gonna let their guard go and get hit up top because everybody not built the same. You know? TJ Wilkins said Stephen S. Moses said Mikey is going to be the biggest pay-per-view star. Got me thinking they want him to be. Yeah. And if Stephen S. Espinosa said that, think about this. Think about Tony Harrison. Think about Tony Harrison literally running around the ring every now and again to fight, to keep himself at a distance from Charlo. Think about this. Think about this. How many people can stand there in front of Errol Spence? How many people can sit there in front of him? How many people can sit in front of Errol Spence? How many people can sit in front of Errol Spence? You're going to get a body shot. You're going to get hit up top. You're going to get hit all over. Are you going to cover up? Are you going to counter? Or when you do throw back, is it going to be enough to back this dude up? Or even if it was enough to back this guy up, am I going to get hit with something drastic in the process? You know what I'm saying? Because in the back of their mind, they like, yeah, Lars Dawkins. Yeah, they want too much. Yeah, they want too much. They want too much. They want too much money, but ain't nobody. But they want too much money, but ain't nobody been getting it. The only people that's been getting it is the only people besides that I can see besides Canelo and only people besides Canelo and Anthony Joshua that's been getting a little bit of check. Well, Triple G's been getting his check off of the coattails of this old media a little bit, and Canelo. But who's been getting the check? Who's been getting the check? Everybody been trying to get checks. I heard fighters out there saying the PBC they getting good money on the back end. So, hey, that little initial fight purse might not look all that, but the back end is looking all right. That's what everybody been saying. The back end of what they've been giving out. So, but back to that TJ Wilkins, man. If Stephanie Espinosa said he's trying to make Mikey Garcia a pay-per-view star, but look, Mikey Garcia looks like he has a good personality. He seems cool, like a cool guy. Seems like a cool guy. He's good on the mic. He's good on the mic. You know, he talks well. He answers. I mean, but when I say talk well, the way he answers the questions that's being shot at him. That's what I'm talking about. I don't care how you structure your sentence. It's just what I understand from what you said. That's what I'm saying. And from what I understand with the guy is that I understand that he's a cool guy. That's what I understand. You know what I'm saying? I understand he's a cool guy. Only thing I'm saying is that Mikey Garcia got no business trying to go toe-to-toe. Mikey Garcia got no business trying to go toe-to-toe with Errol Spence. He got no business. He got no business, man. But that whole... This is just me. Deontay Wilder should be a pay-per-view star. You know, Deontay Wilder should be a pay-per-view star. You know, Errol Spence should be talked about being a pay-per-view star by Stephanie Espinosa. Terrence Crawford should be talked about making it to a pay-per-view star by Stephanie Espinosa. You see what I'm saying? You know, Usyk should be talking about, well, he signed up with them. You know, there's all type of guys out there that can be pay-per-view stars that should be talked about. Hello, but you're not. But they're not talking about them. You know what I'm saying? And people want to say that, you know, us out here being the PBC, we are all Afrocentric, black first and all that stuff. But think about it. What does that mean right there? What Mikey Garcia, what TJ Wilkins said? What does that mean right there? If that's the case, that means that Stephanie Espinosa is biased towards his Mexican brown people. Andre Ward wasn't no pay-per-view star. Was he? And he has a better resume. He had a better resume. He may be coming back. He may be coming back. And he got a better resume than Mikey Garcia. You know? Lost Dawkins said I did a video on Mikey Garcia versus Spence. Check out, man, Lost Dawkins, man, you ain't got to tell me to check out. I be checking all your videos, man. You ain't got to tell me, homeboy. You ain't got to tell me what to do. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there looking at it. But what y'all think? What do y'all think that? Y'all think that there's fighters? Name some fighters out there. Name some. I don't care where the fuck y'all think I don't care where the fuck they from. Name some fighters out there. Do y'all think that Stephanie Espinosa should be saying he should be trying to make it to a pay-per-view star or the biggest pay-per-view star? Name some fighters out there. You know what I'm saying? Because at one point, Stephanie Espinosa could be saying that about Anthony Joshua. You know what I'm saying? So at one point, Stephanie Espinosa could have said that about Usyk. You know what I'm saying? There's some fighters out there that y'all think that Stephanie Espinosa should be saying that I should be making this guy, I should be making these guys big pay-per-view stars. Spence Jr. is my man, but Lars Dawkins said Spence Jr. is my man, but if he faces Bud Crawford, I don't know. I think about a boxer might be able to slip and slide. I don't know. What do you think? I think that would be, I think that one, look, let me tell you something, man. That fight right there, man, that's going to be like, that's one of them fights that's going to stir a lot of, if that fight was the, if that get, when that fight get called, I kid you not, there's going to be a lot of, there's going to be a lot of arguments on, in the LDBC. There's going to be a lot of back and forth before the fight and after the fight. Winner, whoever wins, it's going to be back and forth, because the reason why it's going to be back and forth is because people got a lot of love for these two guys. And it's not necessarily solely based off of their abilities. It's off of what type of person they is and where they from. You following me? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when you put them two, when you put them two things together, that's what you want to get. A conflict. You know? Lance Dawkins, Bud is the better boxer, man. I couldn't tell you, bro. That's because you got, because like, you know, people got to watch out people got to watch out. You got to, sometimes, man, you got to be mindful of one thing. The better boxer always doesn't win. You see what I'm saying? And sometimes, and like everybody say, styles make fights. You can't be the better boxer against everybody. You can't be the better boxer against everybody. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna get you eventually. You know? So, you know, Deontay Wilder almost met his match against Louis King Kong Ortiz. You know what I'm saying? He almost met his match against that dude. You know? I don't care what Wilder say. Nigga, you was hurt. You was wobbly. You was wobbled. You was clearly looking like, you know, you were dizzy because he hit you that hard. That means whether or not you was you was feeling pain or not, you was hurt. You were hurt. You was almost out of there. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. So what? He wasn't. That's the fact. I mean, that's the whole point. He wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Lance Dawkins, man, I got to work this weekend, though, man. But we need to come up with a date, man. Me and you get on, man. We come up with a, you know, shoot me your email or something. Here's my email, Lance Dawkins. Email me, man, and we can and then what we can do is we could kind of brainstorm some stuff, come up with a couple of subjects, you know, that we could talk about on the live stream together. You know, do a live stream, man. You know, hell, it could be a fight that nobody else know about but me and you watching. We go live and we talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Prelims, something. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, homie? Let's just, you know, me and you can get together and, you know, do a, you know, talk boxing, talk about whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care for cars, but I like fishing and shit like that. You know, but we can talk about something, bro. Just shoot me an email, man. Let me see what else is going on around here, man. Hey, man. So remember that one live stream I made, and I was talking about like Dillian White needs to make a YouTube page. I didn't know this whole time this motherfucker had it. Dillian White does have a YouTube page. Dillian White has a fucking YouTube page. And this whole time, I didn't fucking know that. You know, I put it in the thing. Dillian White actually has, I subscribe. You know what I'm saying? I don't dislike Dillian White. I think that in order for, I think that, you know, Dillian White needs to do some things to get the respect that he deserves. You know what I'm saying? It's evident. It's evident. I don't care what he says. I don't care what he's. I don't care what anybody says. Dillian White does not get any respect from Matchroom Boxing employees. He don't, because if he did, the fight would already be made for April. You won't be going around here, running your mouth, talking about how motherfuckers are ducking you. I can't sit around. Anthony Joshua needs to do this. Matchroom Boxing needs to do that. All this other bullshit. The fight could. You should already have a fight. You should already have a fight, my man. And if you want a ring, you got to go get a ring. You know what I'm saying? Oh, hold up. What this dude saying? If you want a ring, you got to go get a ring. You know what I'm saying? All right, my helmet's on his way. Well, I just bought another helmet. Football helmet. It's a Rydell Revo. I'm gonna clean it up, sell it to one of my teammates. Not for a profit, but I'm gonna clean it up, spray paint it. I spray painted black. It's gonna look professional grade spray paint, man. I don't know how to spray paint that great, but I figured out how to spray paint helmets. As you can see, mine right here. Paint does not chip. It just falls off when you get hit hard. You know what I'm saying? This is my helmet right here. Look at that bad boy. You know about that? It just falls off when you get hit hard. So, yeah. Oh, Lyles Dawkins said something. So I just bought another helmet. Yeah. Yeah, they should all be pay-per-view stars. There's nothing to say like Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford. That should do at least 300. Why you can't push that to see that's what I'm saying. Everybody want to make money, but they don't want to do the things to make the money. You can't sit over here and not talk about people and expect people to talk about them. You cannot talk about people and expect people to know people. You can't sit up over here and say, okay, Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, who's the fucking A side? That should be a 50-50 fight. No matter how you put it. Because when both fighters come together, like I keep saying, when both fighters come together, like Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, that's what make the pay-per-view. Canelo versus Rocky Fielding, that does not make a pay-per-view. You see what I'm saying? It takes two to tangle. It takes two to make a pay-per-view. Everybody ain't willing, and especially now we're in 2019. Everybody ain't willing to pay for pay-per-view fights, especially in America, at $75 plus a whop. Nobody is willing to pay $75 for every pay-per-view for your favorite fighter. No, they're not. They ain't got no time. I probably will. I probably pay $75 for the Dominic Brazil fight, but that's because I'm willing to do it, and I want to see. I want to see my favorite fighter in the ring and knock this bozo out, this snitch ass. Like I said, man, Dominic. Dillian White. You know what? I would probably be a fan of Dillian White. I put you like this. I would, if Dillian White was to come out here and be like, man, you know what? Dominic Brazil was happening. You know what I'm saying? If I can't get this Anthony Joshua fight, they take it too long. Come on, man, let's get it. Fuck it. Fuck this motherfucker. He can wait. This motherfucker want to put me in the back burner. He want to disrespect me and blah, 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 whoop, whoop, whoop. I'm up out. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to email you right now, Laws Dockham. The subject is gonna be test. I'm up out. And that's exactly what I would do. Because at some point, you have to show people that you mean fucking business to demand respect. You're not gonna get respect by going around here showing having showing weakness. You don't get respect by showing weakness. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're dealing with people that are used to getting over on people. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it is. You're not dealing with people like me that when I see weakness, I know, man, I ain't gonna do that to that dude. You know what I'm saying? He means well. He ain't never bothered nobody. Let me tell him, let me put him up on game. Matchroom Boxing don't do that. You know what I'm saying? They're looking at, they're doing it. Dillian Whyte is getting done to him what he allows Matchroom Boxing to do to him. Lars Dawkins, man, I think when you said that, I didn't even read it right. I swear, man. I swear I didn't even read it right. But I apologize too for that, man. He only got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 videos. You know, but I apologize, Laws. He doesn't show the channel. This channel does not feature any other channels. He doesn't show it, or he's not affiliated with any other channels. It just has his Instagram and Twitter. I'm pretty sure this is something that somebody else controls for him, maybe a relative or something like that. You know, help them put some change in their pocket. I hope it's a relative of his that's doing this, man, and not somebody he don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like a relative of his that does this, get the subscribers, does some interviews and whatnot, and you know, does this to get some extra money in their pocket, man. You know, I hope that's what the case is. You know, but yeah, like I said, man, I would literally, I'm gonna add you to my I'm gonna add you, Laws, to the what you call that thing, my the Google Hangout, like the just the friends thing. I'm just gonna say what's up in it, and then I'm gonna add you as a friend. You know what I'm saying? I think did I do it right? I just said what up, so when it's time to add you up later in Google Hangout, I could just oh man, it said create a group hangout with Laws, but that's okay. I can just click on you real quick and roger you up, you know? Okay, you in my hangouts. Okay, cool. You in there. That way I can just bam, got you in there locked and loaded. Yeah, Laws, I got your email, man. You know, we kind of slow over here, man, the connection, you know. I think mine has like a 10-second delay. Then possibly yeah, there you go. Yeah, we in there, Laws. We in there, bro. Shoot, now I got me a little Google Hangout guy, you know what I'm saying? But Laws, man, I'm gonna get out of here, man. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna eat. You know, I'll talk to you later, Laws. And shout out to the LDBC and everybody stay sucker free.